is it's stapled over the top. I want you to see that. I came in about an inch and a half and stapled it. Now, something to think about is what size staples you're using. Obviously I didn't, because they're kind of coming through the back. Make sure you're not using deeper staples than the material you're using. This isn't a problem here because they're just barely coming through, but if I was doing it here on the face, they would have been coming through the back. But worst of all, when I wrap this around, the staples would be coming through the face. So pay attention to that as you're working with this. Oh, I also want you to notice my motif. I did kind of an asymmetrical motif. I liked this flower, and I liked this flower, and I don't mind that this one wraps over. And then I have just a little bit of that nice kind of rust color coming over this side. Personal preference, nothing more. All right, now let's talk about how to upholster this bottom shape. If you remember, I have a little point that comes right here. So a couple things I can do. I'm going to start trimming down towards it. Actually, I'm just to the side of it a little bit. Let's get rid of some of this. Sometimes too much fabric is not a good thing. All right, do that. Trim down this side. Start pulling your fabrics over. Just those, I'm making like little long fingers is what I'm after in terms of upholstery. Pull that over and put some pins in it before you actually start stapling, because you'd be surprised how much you may need to move something to clip down deeper or do something a little bit different. Okay, so there you can see my 3 fingers that are coming around. Let's look at the front. Another thing you want to be aware of is that this is staying smooth. You're not seeing any pulls or any puckers coming over and back to the back. If you have a pull or a pucker, you've probably pulled too hard back here. So loosen that up a little bit. But this is looking good. All right, I'm going to do a couple more cuts with it in this position because you can kind of see it better from here. I know you can't see, but I can. All right, let's look at that. See, I've got my little cuts. I'm just going to help maneuver the fabric around. Now I'm feeling really comfortable, so I'm going to go ahead and staple. You know, this is kind of an unorthodox way to staple, but works. Okay. All right, I'm happy with that soft little curve there, so I'm going to go ahead and staple these fingers in. So I can pull those out. And then I'm going to continue to do the same thing on both sides. Once I get here to this corner, I'm just going to fold under as neat as I can a miter. That's going to be all stapled on the inside. All right? And then when I upholster my dust cap or my mount board, that's when this whole end will be finished. So let me finish going ahead and stapling down my shape. And when we come back, I'll show you how to upholster the dust cap. And at the same time the dust cap is upholstered, we're going to actually line the inside all the way, this inside part of our dust cap all the way to the face at the same time. So we'll talk about how to cut that fabric.